Hello, great to be here today. I'm Dr. Kate Baker and I'm a Research Fellow in the Centre for Water Systems at the University of Exeter. Today we're going to be talking about the Great Torrington Water Forum, which started earlier this year, and it's been co-created by the University of Exeter, South West Water and the community of Great Torrington. And it's part of the UN World Water Quality Alliance and is part of the F4W project. So in this presentation, we're going to share insight on how we created these community engagement activities that are part of the F4W project, which is the next generation of internet services for the water sector. This is an EU-funded research project. There are various demo case studies across the EU, and as you can see on the map here, one is led by South West Water, which is in Great Torrington. So Great Torrington is based in the southwest. It's in Devon, and the Water Forum was launched in January 2020, right in the middle of lockdown. So we had to do it all online. And this method is citizen-led, and it follows the community's interest to develop activities to do the following. So we wanted to raise awareness of water usage in the town. And secondly, we wanted to introduce the concept of digital water, including South West Water's new smart water meters that are being installed in the town. So we kicked off with a meeting on the 21st of January. This was online. We advertised it through Facebook, and also Great Torrington Council helped us advertise it. The first meeting was all about idea submission and getting to know each other, and we spoke about local and global water issues as well as solutions, and we've listed a few things here. We spoke about spheres of influence and what you can do as an individual, and how you can do so much more if you're part of a community. The second meeting, we sort of refined these ideas and also met up with South West Water. They joined, who gave a really good overview of the smart water meters that are going to be fitted in Great Torrington, and created a space for Q&A. The third thing was the community voting. So we discussed all these amazing ideas that the Great Torrington Water Forum could do to raise awareness of not using so much water. And these ideas were listed in the survey, and everyone voted on what they would like the Water Forum to do. It's important to have different formats to collect information from the community during online meetings and in-person meetings. Sometimes the more confident people speak up, so it was great to use a survey to make sure that all voices were heard. So now we're going to hear from the Water Forum to find out exactly what they did. So we've got Jill Clayton, Liz Nab and Mike Matchin. So over to you, Jill.
Hello. Once we knew what we were doing, really, that we knew we needed to get started and actually start to involve the community. So thinking about how to actually start that campaign with the community, the obvious choice for us was our local news magazine, The Crier, which comes out every month, and a lot of people in Torrington read it. So we knew that if we could get something in there, then quite a lot of people would be able to see what we had started doing. What we managed to do was to book the front cover, and we also booked a double page spread right in the middle of the magazine, so that that could be pulled out and people could keep it, so that they could keep the information. As you can see from the slide, we were looking at particular areas and thinking about how we could save water in the home, or water usage as well, in the garden, globally, and our local environment around Torrington. The cover that we used, we tried to put some sort of shock tactic on there to get people interested in seeing what was inside and getting interested in our campaign. And that was just a bit of an idea of trying to give people the idea of how much water is actually used in Great Torrington in a particular time span. So that was sort of we hoped was quite a strong image. The other thing that we included was trying to involve children, and it was the good old favourite of a poster. But we thought that, you know, if we could get posters from the kids, then we can actually use those in advertising, or, you know, getting more people involved. So we've put in the crier that idea of actually making a poster along with some children's sort of games and things to do with water. And so far we've had a few entries, and it's really lovely seeing those coming in and the kids getting involved and engaged. So that was our first introduction to actually making the plan a reality. And I'll hand you over to Kate now. I'll hand you over to Liz. Sorry, Liz.
Thanks, Jill. Yeah, so we've mapped out a series of articles covering water issues, ranging from water use in the home, garden, and then extending into the impact of our behaviour in the environment and globally. And they're all planned for the printed articles in the crier. But we are aware that there are still many people who choose not to read our printed articles, and that it was going to be really important to launch a social media campaign in parallel with the printed articles. So that's what we've done. We're aware that there is already lots of activity on various town Facebook pages. So we picked Facebook. We also went for Instagram because we can be very visual with that channel. And we've also got a LinkedIn account. And although we don't post as often on that, that's really to extend to other stakeholders in the wider community and get inspiration for the social media posts on Facebook and Instagram. What we have noticed is that the level of engagement with Facebook and Instagram posts is far higher when the post is something very Torrington specific. So South West Water have helped with that because they've been able to give us some actual data to inspire our posts. And now I'll hand over to Mike, who will talk about our other ideas for the future.
Thanks, Liz. One of the ideas that came up at one of the forum meetings was to have a walk around the town. Now, like Doug said, we're not a big town. We're not a massive city like Birmingham or London. We're a very small town, and you'd think that we knew enough about the town without walking around it. But when you look around in detail with the thought, how do we save water? Where can we save water in the community? Then quite a few ideas pop up that you wouldn't even realize before. The obvious ones, we have 3 public toilets in the town. They're all open roofed. The water goes direct to drain from the roof. Those roof drains can be connected to some form of harvesting and that water used for flushing the toilets. Other buildings like the town hall, the Plough, which is a local theatre, is another opportunity that we could use along with the rugby club and some of the allotments we have around here. What we decided to do from that list of opportunities was pick the low-hanging fruit. What you can see in front of you now is one of the old buildings we have in town, which houses the library. There is a small cafe there, and there's a community hall, which is used for various events. There are big gardens around there. The area is called the 1646. It relates back to the Civil War in Torrington. And it's a very aesthetic area. So the water butts that we could use have to fit in with the surroundings. And what we've chosen is the small butts you can see in the picture there, which look like Greek urns. They're not, they are water butts. They have a unit on top where you can plant flowers. And these will be submitted to South West Water, who have a water saving community fund for funding the purchase of these, and they will be installed hopefully this year.
Great, thanks Mike. So just to quickly wrap up, as you can see, the Great Torrington Water Forum is really led by the community. The researchers and South West Water are there to support where we can. The forum is part of the World Water Quality Alliance, And these new forums are going to be popping up all around the world, and we're really excited to link up these forums so learnings and challenges, ideas can be shared among them. If you're interested in finding out more, then you can download this document that can be found at firewareforwater.eu. And if you've got any questions, then do get in touch. We're really excited to see how this all develops because it's all quite fresh. But yeah, thanks very much for listening.